Now, this would seem to be a favorable environment for the president, maybe more favorable than some of the other events he's done in the last week, showing up to the Bronx, showing up at a Libertarian event, which, you know, they love him there too.
For President of the United States. Whoa, that's nice. That's nice.
Leave it to the phonies over at the Fox Propaganda Network like Tomi Lahren here to full-on gaslight the American people, or I guess more accurately, the Fox viewers, into thinking that the optics for Donald Trump this weekend were anything other than utterly humiliating. Because Trump had a number of massive blows to his fragile ego this weekend, including the ones Tomi references here, and we have plenty of highlights of all of those moments, the latter of which is utterly cringeworthy, so stick around for that. But it never ceases to amaze me how low these people will stoop to try to make Donald Trump look good. It's like North Korea levels of gaslighting, and it reminds me of that scene from The Interview where James Franco goes in and finds out all the groceries in the grocery store are fake.
Fake carrots. Fake fruit. Fake.
Because it's all utterly untrue and total BS. Like here she's talking about him showing up at the Libertarian event where this happened.
The Libertarian Party should nominate Trump for President of the United States. Whoa, that's nice. That's nice.
Yes, incredibly favorable for this dunce to get booed by libertarians at their own convention. But actually, that wasn't even the most humiliating part. Check this out.
It seems that Robert Kennedy Jr.'s crew showed up too, and they brought with them a little gift basket to welcome Trump. Bunches of rubber chickens that said, "Debate Bobby." Imagine Trump's excitement when he found out there was buckets of chicken waiting on him. Sadly, the Secret Service, whose job these days seems to be more of protecting Trump from himself, confiscated the chickens because it was a security threat. The Secret Service was pretty thorough though, but it appears one of them slipped through. Check out the left side of the screen in this next clip.
If delays prevent their treatment in VA hospitals, in other words, if they're delayed. Thank you very much. That was a great article. Thank you. D. Roy Murdoch. Thank you.
Good on RFK Jr.'s crew for getting those chickens in, because that is frankly hilarious. So after that humiliating blow to his ego, Trump tried to save some face by going to a friendly arena, namely a NASCAR event. But it didn't really go as you would expect, or rather as his propaganda team would have you think it went. Here's a clip that you'll probably see in campaign videos where he's attempting to use the crowd cheering for the race to make it seem like they're cheering for him showing up. Who the hell are you waving to, Donnie? Nobody can see you. What are you doing? And of course, Fox News and Tomi Lahren had to suck up to him and make it seem like everything was going well for him at this big event. As you can see in this bizarre interview here where they have an interviewer on the track who you can't even hear.
Welcome to the big weekend show, the big story tonight. Former President Trump going full throttle at NASCAR this Memorial Day weekend. Trump is bringing his patriotic message to fans at the Charlotte Motor Speedway in North Carolina tonight. And that's where we find Fox News national correspondent Madison Scarpino. Madison, we know it's loud there, but what has Donald Trump been up to so far?
Yeah, sorry about the noise, Tommy. Trump takes the Charlotte Motor Speedway by trying to wave over the track and the crowd.
Yeah, and actually, nobody was cheering for his plane there. They were actually just cheering for the band Matchbox 20, which had just been announced. You also had Trump making another bold claim that he's going to win North Carolina, a highly contested state, but he didn't seem too confident about it.
You gonna win North Carolina?
I do believe so. I think by a lot.
I think by a lot. That man is either scared or his cognitive decline is kicking in hard. Obviously it's both, but the latter is on full display in this next clip where he stands saluting during the playing of Amazing Grace. Who the hell are you saluting, Donnie? I mean, are you just confused? Do you think that this is the national anthem or something? I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, because this guy is losing his mind. And not only that, but that salute rings incredibly hollow when you remember all the crap that he has said about our service members over the years.
The President of the United States skipping a ceremony to honor Americans killed in the First World War, blaming the weather, even though other officials made it. The Atlantic magazine reports that on that specific visit, Donald Trump told staff, "Why should I go to that cemetery? It's filled with losers." Later, he called 1,800 Americans who died in the legendary Battle of Belleau Wood suckers for getting killed. The reporter behind the story stands by it and his high-level, unnamed sources.
He doesn't understand why one would go pay that level of respect to fallen American soldiers.
My stepson was not a sucker.
For some veterans, the story speaks volumes about Trump's patriotism.
I'm always cautioned not to lose my temper. This may be as close as I've come.
Yeah, and those are things you think people would never forget. But in Trump supporters' defense, they're all idiots, as we'll see in a second. And also, it's gotta be hard to remember everything your cult leader says, when every other thing that comes out of either his ass or his mouth is a load of crap. Crap that was put on full display by this ad that the Biden campaign released that absolutely blasts Trump for his disgraceful words during Memorial Day.
He's not a war hero. He's a war hero. He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured, okay? I hate to tell you.
And you would think that people who heard Donald Trump say those remarks and then reiterate similar disgraceful stuff on Memorial Day weekend, people who claim to support our troops and our country and be patriotic, you'd think that would be a turnoff. But clearly, they don't have any morals, and clearly, also, they are incredibly stupid, as is directly evidenced by what his supporters were doing outside his trial today.
On the count of three, let's shout America. Ready? 2, and stand up. 1, 2, 3. America!
That is wild and completely unhinged and just frankly so cringeworthy. But somehow, because of idiots like this on Fox News gaslighting all of their viewers, his supporters will forget the utterly disgraceful things he said about our troops and instead live blissfully ignorant in their Fox News concocted reality that somehow him showing up to a NASCAR event and faking cheers is somehow favorable for him and shows that he's patriotic.
Now, this would seem to be a favorable environment for the president, maybe more favorable than some of the other events he's done in the last week, showing up to the Bronx, showing up at a Libertarian event, which, you know, they love him there too.
If only Fox News had a live audience so Tomi Lahren could get booed the same way Trump does at a Libertarian conference.
The Libertarian Party should nominate Trump for President of the United States. Whoa, that's nice. That's nice.